Hello, welcome back, everybody, for part 3. We are wrapping up our interview with Joshua, who creates book trailers. He has worked with Rox and Charles for like 11-ish years. It's been a long time. So now we're going to let you get to know Joshua, his business, how all it has flourished and become what it is. So Joshua, tell us about how you started your business, how it's going, what your envisionment is for your business.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's important to say, I was born and raised in Texas, and my mother, when I was in graduate school, was writing her book, and she had heard of a thing called a book trailer. And I had explored in editing before in certain storytelling aspects. And so the first trailer I did was for her book. And I really enjoyed it. It was very creative and something that I just really enjoyed. And my mom and Rox and Charles somehow crossed paths. Not totally sure, can't really remember, but Rox and Charles reached out, and I've been working with them, very shortly after making my first trailer. It started as something personal, and it continues to be something personal for me. Working with a very limited client list is something I enjoy, and seems to really create relationships that last a little bit longer.
Yeah, I love that. I do the same thing with Abundantly Social. I'm picky on who I work with because it to me is not necessarily client driven, it's family driven, right? Like all the clients I work with are generally some form of extension of my family. I adopt all of them and my kids call them aunts, grandparents, all those things, right? So I understand and I respect that. I don't want to grow to be super big. I like being small and comfort, So I understand and I respect that 100%. And so tell us about your creative journey, right? Because you guys behind the scenes, we're all talking and you have like an acting journey and then your trailers. So kind of talk to us a little bit about that and how maybe acting feeds into you being just amazing at creating these trailers.
Thank you. Yeah, they've definitely fed together over time. Earlier, I was discussing when Rox and Charles and I first met. I was in graduate school for theater at the Actors Studio Drama School in New York, and so I was training as an actor full time for a couple of years, and flew out to LA, pursuing acting in theater, TV, and film. So acting's always been kind of my first passion, but over the years as an actor, you start off with sort of ignorance is bliss and your instincts, and then you start studying, and then you almost get caught in the weeds again. And what I find at the end of these journeys every time is you revert back to the very beginning, which is what is storytelling to begin with? Why do I want to be an actor? And you kind of, the beginner traits are often the most advanced. And so with that being said, I've worked with Charles and Rock. During this time, I've been learning these things about myself as an actor. And it seems like every book is sort of a landmark or a guidepost as to where I'm at my own progression. And so this past trailer we did, I'm really in the storytelling phase of my artistic career, really reading a lot of mythology and trying to find a universal flow that is sort of extracted within the mathematics of every story that we've loved. I think there are common trends and ideas and things rooted in universality. And that was where I was at now, and that's what kind of came into this last trailer. And in a couple of months, when they write another bestseller, I'll be in a new spot. But it's been beautiful for me because every new material they give me, I've also been able to share, albeit subtly, where I'm at in my growth as well. So it's been nice.
I love it. You guys just meet each other. I love it. I love it. All right, Rox and Charles, it's your guys' time to shine. So tell us about your journey and experience with Josh. You guys have been together 11 years. That is a long-term relationship, and I love it. I'm here for that. So tell us about how you guys kind of met and your journey together so far and everything that's kind of going on.
Rox, you want to go first?
And so, Josh, I can tell you that the very first time that you started working with us, I have found that your professionalism, your honesty, and your creativity all flow together to make some of the most magnificent visuals. And as we even said with this one in part 1, for those of you who haven't seen part 1 yet, go to part 1 to see the trailer. It is amazing to me, Josh, how insightful you are. And, I'm honored to even know you.
You know what's really strange, or I guess enigmatic, if I could, do a little self promotion here, is that in my youth I used to do and trade on 16 millimeter films. Movies, the in-flight movies that the airlines used to, that's how they used to project them. And
Yeah.
we got a hold of reels of trailers. Just, we would watch hours and hours worth of trailers. And so it got to be second nature of what is a good trailer pitch. And I see that in your work. I see that that I learned that many moons ago, that this is how trailers are done in the movie world. And Rox and I and you, we basically put together a business plan that says you can do quality trailers for books as well, and they're for the lifespan of that publication. And it was, I guess, Providence that we got a chance to be able to work with you. And yes, we'll be back at it again next year, and saying, Josh, got something else for you. Get the Red Bull out so you can power down the caffeine and go to town.
I appreciate
folks,
that. Go ahead.
Sorry, Amy. Folks can follow Josh's progress on our YouTube channel, where all of the trailers are. So that's YouTube, and we're at Enigma Series. Or you can go to our website, enigmaseries.com, and link over to our YouTube channel. But you're amazing, Josh.
Yeah, and Josh, just let me camp onto that. If you want to go ahead and put together an advertisement for Front Rows Productions, where to get a hold of you, we'll host it on our author showcase on YouTube, where people put their we host those videos, and be happy to be able to put a no charge plug in on our YouTube channel for you.
I'd appreciate that, Charles, and I'll definitely do that. Thank you.
Okay.
It's really nice.
I love it. It's like it's Joshua hour, man. Everybody just loves you.
I do want to say really quick, I listen, Charles and Rox, I just want to say one thing that I consistently feed on whenever you guys reach out over the past 11 years. It's always admiring and inspiring to me because you guys are so consistent, proficient, creative. And every time I get a question or an email from either one of you, it always reminds me they're still doing it. They're still committed, and they are just what authors and writers fight to become. You guys have gotten completely out of your way, and you are flowing, and we're kind of riding that wave. So I just want to say thank you. And if anybody, ever wants to explore having a trailer on their own, they can reach me at my email address. It's frontrowsproductions@gmail.com. It's the best way to get a hold of me. So.
Nice.
Thank you, Josh. Very kind.
Yeah, I love it. I love celebrating people. And Joshua, I don't get to meet you very often, but I hear about you all the time, and I love it. And your name is great because it's my husband's name. So you were bound to be awesome. So I absolutely love it.
I think you're probably going to get adopted too, Josh.
Yeah, you're adopted. Yeah. We're besties. We're besties, Josh. We're besties. Well, you guys, now in these 3 parts, and in part 1, you saw an awesome trailer which Joshua created. The Flight Enigma is available for pre-order. August 1st is its release date, so go and do it. But think about doing book trailers for your books and having an immersive experience and bringing your books to life. It really does change your book outcome, and it helps people envision your book. But someone like Josh does it a lot better than me just wording it. So reach out to Josh or someone else that you know that does it. But Josh, it's always so fabulous to talk to you and to celebrate you. So thanks for hanging out with us, telling us all about your book trailer business, all the work that you do with Rox and Charles. And until your next book trailer, we'll just see you next time, man.
Thank you, Josh.
Also appreciate it.
Bye, everybody.